Hey, everybody. Welcome to Monday nights, messages of love from above. And as always, excited to see what Spirit wants to bring through. And we are going to start off sending love out to the world. And I definitely welcome you to join me in doing that. Whether you're watching this live or if you're watching this on replay, we can all meet outside of space and time to give that beautiful love energy to the world. So take a deep breath and just come back to right here, right now. And just allow that beautiful love to flow down into our heart, fill us up, and flow out to the world. And if you are in need of love energy tonight for your heart or your mind or your body or a situation or another loved one or whatever it may be for, we send you love right now as well. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me and allowing me to do that. And before we get started into the readings, I did want to make sure everyone knows we have a super new moon on this Friday. And the weekly energy updates for this week are all about that. Tell you about how you can use those super new moon wishes for it's in Capricorn. So it's going to be a powerful super new moon. So if you haven't checked that out yet, feel free to do so. And then also, of course, we also put out the winter solstice, which winter summer solstice, depending on if you're in the northern or southern hemisphere. And we also put out videos for each individual zodiac sign for those. So that are the announcements to get started here. Let me just get this all arranged here. Awesome. Great news, Sky Falls. I am so happy to hear that. You definitely don't want have to purchase a new one, right? It's already warming up. So let me get a little comfy here. There we go. And let me also pop out the chat here. And we will get going. See what Spirit has in store. All right. All right. And as always, that was the other thing I was going to do. So thank you already for the donations that are already being made. Um, that I totally spaced providing that information too. But I normally go down in order for the free readings, starting at the very top and going down. The chat is the list. But if you do make a donation, I do honor that energy, and I do step out of the line of the free readings, complete the donation readings, and then move back in order and continue down. So thank you. That's what we'll do here. And if you can do the super chat, or I just posted the Venmo or PayPal. So you can use either one of those as well. I'll see the email pop up. And so I appreciate it so much. So hopefully you guys have just an amazing day or night wherever you're out in the world. And let's get into the readings. We'll start off with Lucky Stars. You're the first donation, so thank you so much for that. Hello. And your question is, what does Spirit want you to know? You had some hiccups come along and you are in dis-ease. All right, let's take a look here and see what Spirit is wanting you to know. And then sweetness, you will be up after that. So thank you so much. All right. We are good to go. And I'm using the Chinese tarot this evening. So let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? What's going on that they would like you to be aware of? Okay. Anything else? Okay. Let's see what we got here. All right. Well, yeah, I can see definitely here you got a little shaking going on here with the devil card popping up. This is like the actually the Capricorn energy for this new moon coming up too, because Saturn is rolls over Capricorn, and Saturn comes in, rattles your cage around thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around life. You also have the King of Swords, which has the Ace of Swords, and so there's a lot of thinking and a lot of questioning of it's usually our fears that are getting rattled, right? Because the devil card brings to our face, doesn't do it in subtle ways, brings things right to our face for us to look at and understand what is it that I'm fearing about, relationships or jobs or body or possessions or whatever it is that, it won't be subtle. And that King of Swords along with it, they are the ones that are the mind, and they're not only rule over the mind and thoughts and beliefs, but all the kings are given extra air, which makes them double into the mind and thoughts. So you are being snatched by really Saturn energy to take you and have you really look into what is this about in my life, this rattling that's going on. Because you do have the Knight of Coins, which would be the Knight of Pentacles, and it's the slowest moving knight. But also, the knights have this quest for understanding their worth as it relates to the outside world, and but also, especially if you have anything going on with your body, it's this bringing forward this action and this movement, but it's slow movement. Things are unfolding for you to understand more about yourself, and we will get our cages rattled, and we will set, our focus will go over to looking at what we are not wanting in our life, what we are fearing about our life, or what we feel we're missing in our life. And that energy we have expands it and grows it. And if we focus over and look at what we're grateful for, what we do want in our life, focus on the higher unconditional love and peace and joy, that really transforms things. And with the Queen of Wands here, the Queen of Staves, she is a very powerful energy, and she does super focus her energy, and she understands that where she points her wand is what grows. And so I feel like that's what's coming in here with that. She also has a great amount of intuition because the queens are given water, which helps them connect to the higher realms through the emotions. So I feel like you do have this testing with that devil card. It is a period of your life that is happening on purpose, for a purpose, for you to really understand whatever area of this life is where you can switch your energy from focusing on the fear-based energy and the lower love energy, the lower vibration, and moving it over to focusing on just gratitude is a fear killer, and it helps you get your body at ease. Because when we go into, like you're saying, dis-ease, when our body goes into fight or flight mode, it shuts down so many things. If you just Google or whatever your favorite search engine is, and just fight or flight mode in the human body, you'll see that the immune system shuts down, and our nervous system is flooded with adrenaline, and we get shallow breath, and blood rushes from our brain to our arms and our legs, and we'll get achy, and muscles will be hyper vigilant. We'll just notice things, but we'll be very reactive. And it's supposed to be short term. It shuts down, and then when we feel safe, everything returns back to normal. But we're in this constant loop of feeling in fear these days because of not so much physical danger, like lions walking around town, that scare us. It's more emotional monsters that we face. And so I feel like this is what's coming up. It feels too, you have the 9 of Cups, which is the wish fulfillment card around emotions. And I feel like what is really being challenged here with the shadow card, the devil card, is what does emotional fulfillment look like to you? Has there been something lately that has just really um, shaken the foundation of emotional fulfillment? Is there something you were hoping for that fell through, or is something reminding you someone else is mentioning their relationship or marriage or something on that lines where it really just brings up these, it could even be subconscious, but if there's a lot of stuff going around in other people's lives as well, it'll bring it up inside you, because that's the way the shadow works. It doesn't let us hide from anything. They'll bring it in a bunch of relationships outside of us too. So I feel like that's what they're wanting you to kind of look at is what is this emotional shaking that's going on, and like just take as many deep breaths as you can whenever you feel the anxiety writing, because it does take you, to this different place in your mind and your body. So I do like that for you though. So that is what they have for you, lucky stars. So hopefully that helped on how we can breathe and come out of fight or flight, and then refocus our energy to bring our bodies into as much calm as we can, and as much and that makes it to be able to be the super healing self-healing machine that it is as well. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings for you, lucky stars, and again, thank you so much for your donation. Okay, very good. All right, so sweetness, you are up next. And again, thank you for your donation. And you'd like a love reading. All right, you are very welcome, Lucky. All right, so let's take a look here. Love reading for sweetness. What would you like them to know right now? Okay. All right. Well, it does appear you have a lot of thinking going on. I guess that this Capricorn energy could be impacting us all too. Because Capricorns, big thinkers. I know I'm a Capricorn rising. Can get into your head. But that's what they do. But you've got the 10 of swords here. So in regards to love, this is like all of these are the small t truths, all these expectations around relationship. And um, you have the four of swords here too, which is good because, and actually this is not a bad card. 10 of swords is like you're just tired, almost exhausted, trying to live up to all these small t truths, all these things that you think are, who you're supposed to be in a relationship, who other people are supposed to be. A relationship is supposed to unfold, blah, 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 right? We've got all these rules that we're given all our life. But I like the four of swords coming in because this is the peace of mind card. And what happens is the four of swords, the reason why they're able to have a peace of mind is because they connect to higher truths. Capital T truths that are rooted in unconditional love allows you to see a higher point of view, and you're able to look down and see what your fears are around relationships and around losing conditional love and not finding love and being rejected, all those lovely juicy emotions and thoughts that we have around love and relationships. You also have the page of swords, which they have the ace of swords, which is what um, brings the rest and peace of mind. So with both of those together with this, it's a good sign. I like it because it does tell you that you are at this place of just, "Ugh, I'm just tired of it. I just don't want to have to like jump through hoops and try to be, in this place of where I am what people want, and instead you're getting into a more of a place where you can be your authentic self and really, do that. Because the other thing that's popping up is the nine of wands is what this one is. And any kind of blocks that you've had toward love is what you are becoming aware of. And you're realizing that one of the, usually there's like 9 wands that are, blocking you from moving forward. You're realizing one of them is your Ace of Wands, that you hold the power, and that anything that's blocking you is actually coming from you, which is great, you know? Instead of it being in someone else's hands, we realize we have the power to remove one, and it opens up where you can move through it. Where this block is coming from, though, is the Six of Cups shows us it's like the nostalgia, it's the memories, it's the past. And so it usually goes back, the Six of Cups is like our emotional body when it's being formed is like 7 years old and younger. And that's when we get our energetic blocks and all our fun belief systems because of how people interact with us. And then we feel like when we're abandoned and we don't get the attention, and no human child ever gets the attention that we could use. So we're always falls short. And so we have these belief systems about what we're worthy of to receive. And a lot of them are underneath the surface too, the subconscious. And so what spirit is kind of nudging you to is to look into these beliefs that are, bouncing around underneath the surface about your relationships. And it goes back to brothers and sisters and parents and grandparents and how we, were treated in school and everything, when we were like around 7 years old and even into the womb. And so the emotional programs that are running when we get to 7 years old and we start developing our mind, we minimize a lot of our emotions because we need to be accepted, and sharing emotions the way we're feeling not really accepted by society and other people, especially if it's telling a parent or someone, I'm not feeling loved. That doesn't go over very well. And so our little mind goes, well, let's not rock the boat. Let's put our little emotional self in the basement. And and so it's bouncing around down there, still feeling all its emotions that it wasn't able to uh, express and process. And sometimes it's out of guilt, because you know, we don't feel like we feel safe to, deal with a lot of those emotions. So there is some reflection here towards love for you to really free you from these things and change these mindsets and these beliefs. It's to, look back at those. And when you go look at it and, your childhood and your emotional type of interactions, you have the Chariot card here too, which is a very empowering card to get because it's about movement, it is about victory, and it is letting us know that every moment is always a choice between two things which we have power over. It's every moment is either an emotion that's related to the fears of losing conditional love, which is of course all that all those swords, right? Or a choice of unconditional love, that of the higher realms, that of which that Ace of Swords allows you to connect to. So when you see things from the higher point of view of the true love we have, which is of the higher realms, eternal love, unconditional, nothing we can do to lose it, we understand the human experience of fear of losing this conditional love of all this long list of things, right? And when we realize that every moment is either a choice, like whatever story we choose to put to any situation, that's our power. It's either going to be of fear or of unconditional love, and any emotion we choose to feel, it's either going to be of fear or of unconditional love. And it's in our hands. And in the beginning, I know I didn't feel like I was making a choice either. Like, oh, when something happens, this is how I feel. Something happens, this is what it means. It just is. It's always been that way. But Spirit was very gentle and showed me every child is inundated with all of these opinions of the supposed to be, the should, the need to be, the have to be around everything, right? And so we've got this, long list of opinions that we take on as our own opinion because we're kids. We don't know any better. We're just like, okay, we're just taking it all in. Okay, these are my opinions too. And then they're reiterated over and over again that we are like, this um it becomes our habit, and then it becomes our reaction. And so it happens so fast, we don't realize we're making, a choice. We are just reacting. But when we slow everything down really slow, we can see when we made the choice, and we can create new habits on new choices. And so this power comes in, but we're able to go back in that Six of Cups with realizing that power of choice. We're able to go back and look and see that this hurt feeling I had when I was young was fear. And when we are in fear mode, what happens to our human mind is we go out of our human mind and we just go into what we've been calling lately our cat mind. It doesn't want us to sit there thinking while something attacks us. It wants us to react. It wants us to hiss and attack, or hiss and run away, or hiss and attack and then run away. And so when we realize that other people's actions, if they were unloving, it wasn't them, it was that cat that was attacking us, because they were in fear or feeling out of control, and they were doing whatever they were doing to try to feel in control. And if we were in fear, we also were hissing and attacking or running away. And so we start to look at our memories and look at our worth very differently when we go in and transform those memories. So there is this nudge for love. It's like you're in pause right now to look at those things to raise your love vibration so you'll move forward. That chariot is about victory, moving forward. So the faster and the more we look at our innards, our self love, the faster your love will speed up in the outside world as well. So that is what they're looking at right now for you. So again, many many blessings to you. Thank you so much for your donation, and let us know if you have any other questions. Absolutely. All right. So we will continue moving down the list. Alex, you are up next, and thank you for your donation. And then Kay, I believe you donated as well. Thank you. Through PayPal. So thank you so much for that. You'll be up after Alex. So, Alex, future love reading. Let's take a look here. You are very welcome. Sweetness. All right. So, future love reading. Okay. Let's see what we got going on here. More thinking, I tell you, more thinking. But what's just good, you're about to have a great rebirth come in here with the death card. And we'll stay positive with that because you've got well, I guess these two are you've got the Queen of Swords and you've got the Five of Swords. So, Five of Swords is conflicting beliefs around love and relationship, which is good. This is where the death and rebirth is happening because you really are figuring out what you really want in relationship wise versus before. The queen has that Ace of Swords, and so she's helping sort out these and get rid of some old beliefs about who you are supposed to be and what a relationship is needs to and has to, and just this restriction around it. And I like that because she balances heart and mind, and so she's helping you balance heart and mind here. You also have the Eight of Staves, the Eight of Wands, which does show that there's a lot of energy that's being returning to you here, because of this. There's like a lot of energy it takes us to maintain this, and there's a lot of mental energy that is going to be coming back to you. And this also represents like a lot of passion that gets to come into your life, a lot of energy that gets to come in as well. So I really like that because you also got we'll talk about here. You have the Knight of Coins, so it's going to take some time. So let's just get that out of the way with the Knight of Pentacles. But you got the Star card and the Lovers card. So wish fulfillment and Lovers card. So it is the road to wish fulfillment. Like dreams come true with regarding love, right? But like I said, you have the Knight of Coins, the Knight of Pentacles, which is this, you know, uh, takes time for the outside world to catch up with our inside world. And, when it comes to love readings, there's like 3 or 4, 5 cards that are about patience. And that's one of them. We always love that one, but it's for us, which was the good thing because we know if we met like the love of our life in this moment and our love vibration is not at this level where it would really bond together, then it's going to fall apart. And we don't want that. We want our dream come true relationship we want to be ready for it and we want them to be ready for it too. So it slows down for both of us to be able to work on those expectations and those beliefs to drop them so we're not bringing in a lot of like a cage into a relationship. Like, here we go, come into this cage with me, and we're gonna live happily ever after. You're like, that kind of sounds kind of psycho. I don't think so. We want you inviting them into paradise, or them inviting you into paradise, right? And going, here, look at how beautiful a land flowing with milk and honey and butterflies and woo, like, yes, that's what I want. And that's what's coming for you. But it does take you know, this rebirth around thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, and which is why things are kind of, if you feel like they're in pause and going really slow, that's why. Because it is this wonderful, wonderful, um, growth period. Sometimes we overuse the butterfly analogy, but that cocoon works so good where it's, we're in that chrysalis stage of allowing things to fall away that no longer serve us so that we can have this freedom of love in a relationship. So it is coming here. I feel like it's faster and faster and faster. And the more you work on that self-love and removing those restricting thoughts and beliefs around love and relationship, then it'll move even faster. So I like that for you, Alex. So that's what they have for you right now. I know, right? Um, but I'm excited. They gave you the star and the lovers card to go, but look, it's worth it. It's worth it. See, let this be your, what we were calling it the other this weekend. I forget. Vision board. They're like, here's your vision board. Put that on your refrigerator. So you're like, oh yeah, this is what it's worth it. It's worth it. We're headed for this. So that's what they have. So many, many blessings. And again, thank you so much for your donation. All right. So, Kay, you are up next, and thank you as well. And well, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I love hearing what they say. I learn a lot by you guys' questions. I just get to sit back and hear what they say. So let me take a look here. Did you ask a question earlier? Let me just make sure here. Maybe I overlooked it. All right. So did you have a specific question that you'd like me to pull cards for? All right. Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look here. So tell us about this book. All right. Well, I do like these two coming in to start off. You got the Queen of Coins, the Queen of Pentacles, new birth, abundance. So I like that. I mean, let's just stop there. We're good. You're good. It's gonna go great. I know. Let's have more information though. Whoa, okay. They're like, yes, let's keep going. So you got the Queen of Pentacles, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. It's like giving birth, and I do. I mean, I've self-published a couple books and, yeah, yeah, and, it's like a birthing. Each book, each thing that you do is like a birthing of a child. It's the birthing of things, which is great. And you have the Queen of Swords, which is balancing of mind and heart, and I like that too because this is, swords are communication too, and I like that, they're, definitely saying, as you're writing, let let your heart be expressed in it. Try not to get into your mind, yeah, editing, and we try to, have the proper grammar and, all that kind of stuff. So it doesn't, take away from the message if we have like tons of misspellings. Sometimes it's hard for people to get past that, right? But this is about putting your heart, making sure you are putting your heart into the content, and don't look at it so much as like what do people want to hear. Like you said, you feel it's an idea from your higher self, so that's coming through your heart, right? So it's like let the passion, let it flow from the heart, and let the mind do the editing afterwards. Just put it all out there because that is what comes through in the writing. That's what comes through and makes it very beneficial. Because you also have the two of wands, which you also have the two of swords, and I like this because it is reiterating that you live in two worlds. You have your human, and then you have, which is the character, the avatar that your higher self is, living this life through and experiencing it through. But the actor behind the character is that powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. So I feel like this is their confirmation that, yeah, there's the two of you both coming through mind and through the passion and energy that's coming through here, that it's this is them confirming this is from them, it is coming through. So trust your heart, though. I feel like it keeps on coming through. Trust your heart. And you have the 10 of wands, which is a lot of energies being invested in there, and it is a lot of hard work, I know. But that's also is the harvest. So they're like, you're putting a lot of work into it and realize that it does come out as a harvest too, because the 10 of wands is usually can be looked at, oh, it's a burden. But it's not, and that's the two of wands too. Whatever you choose to focus on is what grows. And so if you feel kind of low about it and you know have fears and this is missing, it's not the way I thought it was, we magnify those energies, but really focus on gratitude, gratitude, gratitude around the process and enjoy the journey of it unfolding. Try not to get caught up into the um, attachment to the outcome and this, and it has to be by this date and that, because you do also have this one, they call it the hanging ghost, which is the hanged man, which is about it takes time. I was just talking about the chrysalis, usually they're hanging upside down like how the cocoons do. They hang upside down and they become the butterfly. It's like it takes time for it to unfold, but it definitely is worth it, and try to just keep your energy positive as you go through that. So I do like that. Yeah. They have the death and the rebirth process, which sometimes it feels like that, right? As you go through it, it's like you do need to. Well, it's that's the caterpillar. It's like you let it unfold. You do your draft, you write it all out, you get it all out of your head, and then you start editing and go through it, and you organize it, and then you let like someone else read it, right? So that you can get perspectives and they can catch things that you don't. And so it does feel like a death sometimes. It's like, oh my gosh, because you let go of the the outcomes, and then you let it go through the birthing process, right? And the seven of staves is not to worry about other people's comments and things as you um, as you do it, as you go through the entire process too, but especially when it starts to shine and starts to go well. People don't like that. They don't like you living your dreams if they're not able to live theirs, which everyone's able to live their dreams. It's have they made the choice to sacrifice to live their dreams, and they don't like it when you get to live your dreams and they're not choosing to. They don't like the mirror, and so they might poke and prod at your dreams, but just realize it's because they feel low about themselves. It doesn't have anything to do with you. Like the little sun emoticon, the sun does not ask permission to shine, it just does. And if people can't handle the sun, they get into the shade. The sun doesn't go, "Oh, I'm sorry, let me just dim down for you." It's like, "No, keep shining and keep moving forward." I really like that for you. So, yeah, I do feel it'll be successful, and but it's all about the journey anyway, you know? So it's the enjoying the process, enjoying the birthing process, enjoying the gestation, because that is the journey. If we focus on, "Oh, I want it to do well and be a top 10 best-selling author," it's gonna that's where we watch our energy. It's letting your heart and your passion shine, and then that's, how it unfolds. So, that's what they have for you, Kate. So, I like it. I can't wait to see the book, when it comes out. So, let us know, definitely. Yeah, keep believing. Psh, psh. So, yes, many, many blessings to you. And that's what they have for you. So, thank you. Thank you. All right. So, I believe that is all the donation. So, we will actually start the free readings. And we do start at the very top for free readings. And then I just go down in order of all the questions in chat. And for all the new people that have come in, if you want your reading prioritized and moved up in order, just a donation does that. I step out of line, complete that, and then I go back in line for the free readings and continue down. So that's how it works. All right. So we will start here. So Vidi Jalan, hello, hello. So you are up. And so, why are you sensing some loneliness? Are the people surrounding you being fake? All right, let's take a look here and see what Spirit has for you here. What do you want VD to know about this sense of loneliness? Okay, anything else? All right, let's see what we got here. Yeah, I can see why here. You've got lovely Saturn energy here. I think that maybe it's this new moon coming up because it's Capricorn and the devil is Capricorn energy ruled by Saturn. But there's definitely they're rattling your cages because you have your 9 of swords, which is like insomnia, nightmare. But the 9 is the hermit's journey. So the sense of loneliness is because you're being walled off for your beautiful one-on-one session with your shadow, who is allowing you to experience and be faced with fears of rejection, fears of loneliness, fears of not being good enough, all those things that are wonderful human came down here to experience. So these are definitely coming in here. And so it's not that the people around you are being fake with you. They are just are going into heavy dose mirror mode. So whatever you're seeing from other people is what your shadow is wanting you in this period to really be aware of so that you can release those and free yourself from them. Because there's some that, with the 9 of swords, it is our fears that are ready to almost on the verge of letting go of, because the 10 of swords comes after the 9 of swords. It's great how that works, right? But it's you're exhausted and tired of him and you're ready to let go of him. The 9 of swords, you're on this inner journey because the 9 is the hermit card in the major arcana, which is turning us inward to reflect on these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets, which is definitely what the devil card, the shadow card, is about. Because Saturn energy, it grabs, for our entire planet, wherever Saturn is going through a house, whatever house that's in relation to, it's impacting us all and rattling our beliefs that we've had our entire lives about something. It's like it's time to shake and rattle and roll that, because whatever you created back in the day, was out of praise, wanting to make sure we get more praise when we got it, or to avoid punishments. We have all these rules, but they're outdated. We need to shake those. They worked for back then, but are not working now. He wants to bring that to us, so we remove it. So that's what's happening. And you do have the hanging ghost came out, which is the hanged man, which is this is the process. It is happening on purpose. It's going to take time, but it's the time that you're being pulled away in like a little cocoon for you to look at these thoughts and these beliefs to free yourself from it. And that's why, if you like, even just like, I feel like I'm surrounded with fake people, it's like, well, we're surrounded by mirrors. And so we can ask ourselves without judgment. That's the big thing, is don't beat yourself up. It's just be aware that when you think, oh, people are being fake around me, it's like, oh, this is a mirror. So how am I being fake to myself? In what ways is that more true? And we can look at it and go, oh, yeah, I'm pretending I'm happy, or I'm pretending this or pretending that, and I'm really not. And it's time for me to really look closely in that mirror to see what I want to see about myself, because that's why it's happening. So that's what's going on. So that's where the loneliness is coming from, because you are in your hermit's journey, and though you may not have humans around you, please know that the hermit's journey, you have the lantern, which is your posse of support. You've got a multitude of beings of unconditional love and light that are always with you. You've got your guardian angel, all of your angels, spirit guides, loved ones who are already back on the other side, ancestors, unicorns, fairies, whatever you believe those beings of unconditional love and light are. You just have a group around you that's always with you, always giving you love. So you're never truly alone. So if you feel alone, just try to take some deep breaths, turn inward and upward, and just feel the love, because you are definitely there. And ask them for guidance on, transforming these things, whatever these, you know, 9 of swords that are being brought into your face, they can help you with those too. So that's what they have for you, BD. So many, many blessings to you. Hang in there. I know. I know. All right. So, Valverde, you'll be the next free reading coming up. All right. Yep, and there are no donations. We'll keep on going down the list. And so, who is coming towards you in January and February of 2023? Let's see what they have here. Mm-hmm. Well, well. You do have some individuals that are coming in here. You have the 3 of coins, which is the 3 of pentacles in regular tarot. You're being the authentic you, which means that you're going to have people that are going to be like, "Rah, rah, rah, rah." You're not doing what they want you to do, which I see the 3 of swords here, which is the heartbreak, expectations, disappointment card. But I feel like this is what you are doing to others. You're not living up to what they want you to do. Oh my gosh, what are you doing, Valverde? Because you have there's usually 3 people on the card. You creating the unique you, being authentic. Then you have the naysayers. People are like, "Rah, rah, rah, you're not doing this, and why are you doing it that way?" Blah, blah. The ones that always find something wrong with what you're doing because you're not doing what they want you to do, right? So you have them, and you're probably already thinking of names already. And you're like, "Oh, are they coming back into my life?" But they're going to be making their presence known during this period. I feel like you're going to be making some decisions that um, make them uh, trigger. You don't make them, but your actions um, triggered them inside them. They are triggered. You do not trigger. That's how it works, right? You don't. You can't. You're not intimidating. People are intimidated. You do not trigger. People are triggered. So that's the difference. They might make sure you know that you have no responsibility in other people's choices of their emotions and how they express them. You can't, you can't control it. But then you also have the third person on there that makes himself known to the people that are praising and supporting you. And they might voice disappointment that, well, you're not doing what or they don't make it so negative as the naysayers do. They're just like, oh, have you ever thought of doing it this way? And then you don't want to lose their praise. And so you're like, oh, I don't want to lose their support. I don't want them to join those other people. So maybe I'll alter and do what they do. But this is spirit going, you know what? People are making themselves known, and that fear of disappointing them, try to put it out and stay true to your course, because you do also have the Knight of Cups coming in, which is movement of emotion, could be romance too. And I almost feel like maybe that's what comes in January and February, is that you do have a love interest that comes your way that some people do not like. And that's what's causing this. Psh, psh, psh. But they're saying, stay true to your heart, stay true to your authentic wants and passions, and don't let other people take you off course. So you've got a busy January, February, where you got some people that are bringing this big nose into your business, um, and just know, okay, it's because they have their own fears, is why they express it. But um, you don't have to react in, even if they express their disappointment. Just, I love you. Thank you for letting me know, and thank you for caring about me. Make it about how they care about you, not the battle of wills, because that won't end well, right? All right, but that's what they have for you, Valverde. So many blessings to you. I appreciate the question. All right, LA, you'll be the next free reading coming up, but we do have a donation, so thank you, Rennie Lee. And I am doing well, friend. How are you? So let's take a look here. You want to know Catherine from EL's, yeah, energy towards you. So let's take a look here. Yay! I'm glad you are well as well. So let's see. What do you want Randy to know about? Do you pronounce your name Rennie, or is it Rennie? Or Rainy? Let's see here. Okay. So Ren E. Okay, thank you. You're like, just like it's spelled. Okay, I get it. So it's interesting. There is, like Catherine from EL's, her energy. There's joy, there's celebration, there's like energetic stability with the Four of Wands here. And but a lot of passion too, a lot of energy towards it. It's like balanced, and it's positive, but there's a lot of it. So whatever this is, they are just hyper about you, because you got the King of Cups and you have the Page of Wands here too. which is new energy, new passion. And the King of Cups is, they roll over emotion, but they're stable too. They also have um, air, so they balance heart and mind. So a lot of passion, a lot of energy, a lot of excitement around you, but they keep it balanced. So again, it might appear on the outside that they're just kind of like, yeah, yeah. It's like they're showing me a duck now. So a duck going across a pond is like, oh, look how smooth that is. But underneath it's their little feet are going so very fast. There's a lot of energy underneath, even though it seems stable and calm on the outside, because they're good at balancing things. But there's a lot of it, a lot of energy. Um, yeah, and it feels like, because the Full card is like the ending of old things and the beginning of new, and the Three of Wands is about a change of direction too. So whatever is going on, it's like there is this um movement, this change that's coming up with all of the energy, just a ton of energy. And I feel like it's about to take things to a different place in your life. Let me see what else they can tell us about that. What else? Yeah. Please be kind and rewind. Yeah, and there's the Star card. So there's wish fulfillment coming in. And the Six of Coins, the Six of Pentacles is about, it's abundance, it's equal giving and receiving. It can be, if it's relationship oriented at all. This is also just being aware of the tendency to overgive, that codependency thing that kicks in, where you feel you have to overgive in order to receive. But the Star card is about wish fulfillment. So I mean, with all of that coming in, there is this change, and they're just very supportive of it. So yeah, so definitely, if it's just job related, then that Six of Coins, that Six of Pentacles, it almost would be like there's a lot of great energy around. I almost feel like it would be promotion, or it would be, there's this energy that comes in that gives you this wish come true kind of feeling, with the because the Full card of the Three of Wands is about new beginnings, new directions. So they're either really, really excited about the job that you do and you're gonna move towards promotion, or they really have it out for you, and you're gonna have an opportunity to start a new job. It's like it's all or nothing with this. It's like so much energy of excitement. They either have a lot of excitement about the job that you do so well, or they have a lot of rage going on inside of them. And it's either promotion, you're either up or out by these cards, which in either case, it will be a dream come true, and it will bring you into a place where you will have much more money that you have enough for yourself, you're able to give to others as well. So it's one way or another with those two. And we can get clarification. You probably know, it's not it's so obvious, it's so um yeah, and again, things balancing out, and um a lot of um benefit, a lot of success in it. All right, let's take a look here and we'll get clarification on that. Okay, so do you see your role in the beauty luxury space? You're like, okay, good. So you know what they're talking about. So let's take a look here. So is it going to be beauty luxury space? Okay. And is it for a job you've already applied for? Okay. So beauty and luxury, I mean, you've got the king of coins, which is about abundance and things, flowing in the outside world. And then you have um the moon card, which is Mother Luna, and I kind of feel like this is um of course, luxury, because the king is like overabundance in the outside world, and the moon card is Mother Luna, and I feel this would be a yes around luxury and beauty being in there. So I do see that. And then when you were asking about will it be a job you've already applied for, I feel, yeah, with these, I feel like it is because you've got the 7 of Cups, which I feel like is you going, okay, these are all my wishes. These are all the things that I've applied for because it's like all this emotion that you've been invested there. And you have the 9 of Pentacles, which is, for some reason, I just feel like it's been this journey with the Hermit. The Hermit card is about an inner journey. It's the 9 in the major arcana, but I feel like it's because it's looping here and because of all this, I feel like, yeah, it's just um all these are the places like you've applied for already, coming in there. And also, with these two cards along with that, because you've got the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Wands, and the Nine of Wands is the pursuit of the Ace of Wands. So I kind of feel like it's a quest that you've been on already. And so that's why I feel like it's something you've already applied for here. But yeah, I definitely feel like it is like a yes and a yes there, for you with that. So I do like it. I do like it. Um, we can take a look here. So let's see if they'll, because timelines, how they are with that, right? They're like all in timing. Yeah, and Ellie, I still show you're up there. You asked about friendship, so I still see it on my end. So you're good. I know it shows live chat, so sometimes as it goes, you might not see the stuff, but I still see it all. So you're good. You're gold. You're golden too. So let's take a look here. So timeline. Well, they do show a new beginning. So this is with the full card. It is coming here really fast because it's yeah. And they have the 10 of cups too, which is about overflowing abundance. Um so I feel like it is like happening here super 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 fast. Did have the 3 of swords pop up, which is it's like not as expected. So that could be either way, but you have the 3 of cups that is like joyful. So I feel like they're saying with all of this faster than expected. So so definitely sooner than later, on that. So I like it. So that is what they're willing to say here. I mean, if you're wanting to know, like, is it next week? I can ask, for that, if that's like what you're wanting to know. So, like, okay, very good. Let me see. Is it next week? 4 of Cups. Let's see what else. Yeah, and then you got the Star card. So I feel like it's going to be very, very, very fast with that coming in. All right. Okay. So, but by second week in January. Oh yeah. I mean, I feel like it's going to be coming up here in Like, because when I asked, "Is it gonna be next week?" the star card popped up, which is which wish fulfillment. So, I kind of feel like it's gonna be coming faster than you had expected. So, yeah, definitely by the second week of January, I feel like it's gonna be even sooner than that. It's like, coming fast. So, that is what they have for you. All right. Right. Thank you so much, Francine, for your donation. So, we will move on to yours next. Thank you, and Renee, thank you so much for your donations and all your questions as well. So, thank you. Very good. All right. So, and then you want to know, when is your next job prospect? All right. So let's take a look here. All right. Thank you guys so much. You guys just blow me away. So Kalika, you'll be up next, and then B Christiana after that. So thank you. So Francine, let's take a look here and see when is your next job prospect here. We have the Page of Wands. Let me see here. So you got the Page of Wands here, which the pages are new energy, new passion, new coming in. So I feel like this is coming up pretty quick. You had the Six of Cups too. I almost feel like this is something from your past coming back. So I don't know if you applied somewhere or used to work somewhere before. I almost feel like um, reaching back out to a past employer that you enjoyed um, is a good idea here as well. Because you do have the Knight of Swords, which is movement of thought and belief and changing of expectations, but it also is movement of communication too. So I feel like that is coming in, and the Four of Cups usually has three cups that are tilted over, which is old things, things that are no longer that aren't fulfilling, right? So there's been like this, you know, things that are not fulfilling, and but this Four of Cups comes usually off the screen that says, here is something that excites you, and brings that in. So with the Knight and the Page, I feel like it's like soon, but again, that, yeah. So you've got the Ace of Cups, which again is new passion coming in, like the Ace of Cups I just talked about, right? With the Four of Cups, you have the Ace of Cups being offered, and the Seven of Pentacles either means, it's taking a long time for something to unfold, or boom, here comes a change of where you used to head, what path you used to be on, and you're making this change. You're making a leap into a new place. So with this Ace of Cups, which I just talked about, I feel like you are making this adjustment to go into a direction that you didn't want before, or you weren't aware of it before. It's like when you plant a seed and things grow and then the fruit starts to happen and you're like, oh, that's not really what I thought it was going to be, and now you're making this move and going in this different direction, something that is more in alignment with your passions. So let me take a look here, though. I feel a lot of movement here, though, with the energies of this. Yeah, and peace of mind, which is great, which means you are letting go of some expectations and some thoughts about yourself of like, oh, I couldn't do that. Instead, you're really making this kind of leap. Yeah, and the Five of Coins here too, making it's a change in your thoughts around where you get your sustenance from and how you relate your worth to all of that. So there is this change of, I almost feel like with that Five of Coins and that Ace of Cups, and with this change of direction, that you realizing that maybe you took a job for money before, and then you're like, I it's good money, but I wake up every day going, "Oh god, I gotta go do it," versus, something maybe not with as much, money, but you love waking up and doing it every day, and so it's like, is it worth it? It's like the first time you marry for money, the second time you marry for love. Or is it usually the other right way around? But, I really feel like, for you, it's like the money was good and it's like a stable and blah blah blah, but I feel like where you're headed off to next is something that's more your heart's desire and you're excited to go in every day, and that's worth a little bit of a pay cut in the beginning. But I feel like because it's something that you really enjoy, that you just go in, and then within a short period of time, because of the passion and the joy that you exude in this new type of job that you go into, that you move up faster because you're not worried about it, and they're just like, oh my god, they love the energy you come in with every day, kind of thing, you know what I mean? So that's what they have for you. No, Skyfalls, if I don't know if you haven't made a donation. I actually haven't made it down too much on the free ones because there's a lot of donations being made right now, so not yet. So that's what they have for you, though, Francine. So again, thank you so much for your donation, and many blessings to you too. All right. So Kalika, you are up, and let me see. I don't see down there. Did you ask one up above? Let me just scroll up. If you haven't put your question yet, go ahead and pop it down there, and we will ask it. I'm just going to see if I missed you up above. Oh, there you go. So yeah, way at the beginning. So thank you. So you want to know if Takoda is your twin flame. All right, let's take a look here and see what Spirit has to say. So tell us about Takoda. Okay. Oh, all right. I didn't get any wands out of all these cards, which would be flamey and fiery and wow. What I got was the Hermit card is the first thing that came out. I'm like, well, that's kind of opposite of a twin flame because the Hermit is about your inner journey, and that it's spirit that lights your way along it. And so I kind of feel, and you also got the Three of Cups, which for me is the special card that spirit has. This represents your spiritual posse, your your angels and your guides and your ancestors, and just all this, your little posse of support on the other side, that they're like, we're guiding you on your path and taking you through here. And I feel like they're more of a um, an experience for you. I don't feel like it's a necessarily a I mean, I don't feel like it's a twin flame connection. We have soulmates, which can be anyone, family, friends, romantic, whatever. We have soul partners, which after we've gone through soulmate experiences, that we have a soul partner that we spend the rest of our lives with in this lifetime. After we've had either all the romance, we could have end up with one romantic partner that we end up with, and then, or it can be a family member or a best friend, non-romantical, and then but a twin flame is like this fiery presence that you cannot help but be drawn to one another, and you cannot escape one another, and it's extreme passion but also extreme in your face um mirroring, where you are cannot escape being forced to deal with all the stuff that you wanted to deal with inside. And with these cards, I don't see that. I see a balanced, the two of coins is the balanced outside world. You do face your fears, and they do bring up some fears, but not to the extremity that a twin flame does, because the twin flame journey, and everyone has different names for twin flames or definitions, but that's the one Spirit gave me. Is those three different types of soul interactions. That twin flame is like a special agent that we don't have one every single lifetime, because it's like an extreme heated existence we have with them, and we definitely know, and it's them. It's like, oh my god, I love him so much, and I also want to kill him at the same time. But you have the Ten of Pentacles, which is about abundance flowing here, and the Six of Swords is movement of thoughts and beliefs and things like that coming in. So this just feels, um, non twinny, flamey type of existences, because you have the Moon card here too. So the Moon card is this, unfolding of mysteries in your life and the deep diving and connection to the upper worlds and Mother Luna. So I don't feel that it's the twin flame type of thing. Now, let me just get a clarification here too. Just, is this a soul partner? Like, is this a soulmate that you're going to spend the rest of your life with, or are they more a stepping stone and experience in your lifetime, and you'll end up with a different one? Let's see here. Yeah. So you have the Ace of Coins, which is new opportunities opening up in the outside world, and the Two of Swords is about choice and like to, So I kind of feel like that. Let me see what else we have here. Yeah. Again, the Hermit, the Hermit, and the conflict energy of competition. So I feel like that definitely tells me that they're more, if you're in a relationship, it's for you, definitely a soulmate, but I feel like there will be someone else later in life for you. So it's more of a stepping stone. So that's what they have for you, Kalika. So thank you again so much for your donation, and many blessings to you. All right. So be Christiana, sorry. You are up next with your donation, and you want to know, what will the outcome be if you make a move towards your neighbor? Uh-oh. Restraining order. I'm just kidding. So you have history. Oh, okay. Up and out of contact. You are welcome, Klika. Okay. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad. I have on my list to do a sleep video. It's a I am love meditation sleep videos where you can sleep. All right, so let's take a look here. What if you made moves towards your neighbor? What would the outcome be? Okay. All right. So can you clarify that a little more for me there? Well, there would be movement here, but so I'll cover these real quick here for you. There's several cards, but so you have the Knight of Staves, the Knight of Wands, passion, fast movement, fiery, right? But then they have the Five of Coins, which comes in about um, it's a change of sustenance. It's a change of like your worth, and how like where you look from the outside world for what you need. And it's like this passion comes in, but it also at the same time uh, has you question your worth. So I feel like there's this, you know, um, passion that ignites. Like they're like, hey, but on the inside, you don't feel like it's like romance. You feel like it's just heat that happens because you have the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups, and these would be like new love and new spark and romance that would come in. But yeah, the High Priestess, which the High Priestess takes a step back and looks at things. She feels like she has to step away and connect above and beyond and behind the veil and look underneath. And it's like, okay, so it's like it just feels like sex. I think I can say that on YouTube. And because then you also have the devil card here, which is rattling your cage with thoughts and beliefs, and and then you have the Page of Coins, which is new opportunities in the outside world, and the Six of Coins, which is my codependency awareness card of how um, you might tend to fall into where you are the one that overgives, like in everything, right? And then you give 1,000 of your love, and you bake things, and romantically and physically you're just like, and you do all this stuff, and they're like, here you go, bloop, and you get a little bit back. And I feel like that um that they're saying, like, yeah, you would learn a lot about how you feel about yourself, because it's like they don't give back a whole lot. They just are in it for their pleasure, and then after they've got their pleasure, then they're like, okay, bye. Oh, thank you for that. I'm busy right now. It's like, ugh. It would definitely show you, like, wow, why do I allow myself to go through this? Because you deserve so much more. But um, it's like they are a great mirror to show you how you feel about yourself. And you're just like, I don't want to feel this way about myself anymore. And that's why I feel like you go into this High Priestess and go, you know what? I'm going to look at that. And where in my childhood, my earlier childhood, did I develop this? I have to overgive to feel like I deserve a little back. And when you go back and look at it, whether it's parents or grandparents or coaches or teachers or friends or siblings, whatever it was where you felt you had to overgive and overgive, you can go back and look at that and go, oh, and then you change. Like, I deserve more. And I really feel like that's what they're saying that. Well, we don't. And I know I went through like 5 relationships where anywhere from a year to 3 years where I did that. Give, overgive, overgive, overgive. And I wondered why it never worked out. And that was just the long term. I even did it short term where people were like, oh my God, you're smothering me, get away. And it's like, okay, until you go back and look at why that is bubbling underneath the surface, that program is running. We can't help ourselves because that's what we feel. We took on this exchange rate when we were very young, and we've never questioned it because that's what we took in. But when we bring it up to the surface and question it, it resolves itself, and we start to go, you know what? I deserve more. I deserve not to be fit in between important things. I deserve to be number one in someone's life, but it starts with us being number one in our own life first. So I like it for you, Christiana, because this is like a beautiful birthing and a new awareness. So um, don't beat yourself up. It's like when you believed what you believed, we only can act a certain way. But when we start to change that belief, then the outside world changes too. So um, just take some little high priestess time, go into your high priestess temple, look back at going, how was my childhood? That's all it took. Like, I had a counselor that asked, okay, let me just ask you a question. It sounds cliche, but how is your relationship with your parents? And I was like, oh, I just had to do extreme things to get their attention, and I just kind of froze as it all unfolded in my head of, okay, and that's why in school I always had to try to overdo it for my teachers, and then it went to my jobs. I always felt I had to overachieve, and then my relationships I overgave. And she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, just give me a minute. It's all unfolding in my head." So, you know, yeah. So, when we look at it and realize it, and we're like, I deserve equal, like I give 50, I get 50 back, not I give 1,000 and I get one back. And so it does change things. And I like it for you. So hang in there. And again, thank you for your donation and many, many blessings to you, Christiana. So keep us in the loop. Go, look, I did this for me today. Because we're all in that same boat, I'm sure. We're like, yes. So many blessings to you. All right. So, Shamika, you are the next donation that's up. Again, thank you so much. And you want to know if Christopher Emmanuel will come see you for Christmas? Let's find out. What is going on with Christopher? Excellent. And thank you for being a part of our soul family. You are loved here for sure. All right. I thought a card turned over, but no, it did not. Okay. So, Shamika. All right. Well, I do like this. I mean, these cards come out. This is the first card that came out, and I'm like, well, swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, and your mindsets. But it also, because you also got the eight of staves, which can mean a lot of communication, a lot of energy, a lot of passion coming in, wish fulfillment. So if it is your wish for them to come see you for Christmas, I really see that this is movement in that direction. And eights are like free flowing as well. So I really like that. And then you do have the Queen of Cups and the Page of Swords. So again, more communication coming in, and the Queen of Cups is overflowing emotions. Not only does she rule over emotion, but all the queens are given double portion. So I really feel like you just have this emotional flood around this, especially with that Nine of Cups, you know, which is the emotional wish fulfillment card. So I kind of feel like you're just almost feel like you're bursting with it all. Um, You do have the 7 of Cups, which is like, almost like emotional confusion, and the way I feel about it is, like, it almost just, like, blows your mind where you're just like, "So, I just" it's like your mind isn't, it's like, it's either even dreaming. I was gonna say it's, like, beyond your wildest dreams, and it just makes you almost emotionally foggy or in a daze where you're just like, I'm just having trouble handling this amount of joy or pleasure and everything flowing through your emotional circuits. So I like all that for you, Shamika. I mean, I feel like this is a yes, and that it's just like even more than you thought it was going to be. It's just like, wow, this is, you know what I'm saying? Let me see anything else. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The Nine of Cups came flying out again, emotional fulfillment, and then the universe is the World card, which is like abundance and wholeness, and just like wow. So I like it for you. I would say that is a yes, but a capital Y, capital E, capital S, with a lot of exclamation points after it. So that's what they have for you, Shamika. So many, many blessings. So enjoy. Absolutely. All right. You are very welcome. I'm excited for you. All right. So, Renee, you have another question. Thank you so much as well, yeah, everyone, for your donations. I feel like I'm just getting blown away right now, too, for all of you. So, thank you again so much. And you want to know, how do you see 2023 being for your mother? All right. Let's see what's up with Mama Lee. Let's see here. All right. Okay. Okay. I don't know if you do you really want to know this about your mother? You're like, "Oh, no. Oh, no." Well, you got the Lover's card and the Two of Coins, which is this balance, but I just feel like there's gonna be some romance this next year. So, definitely there's this, love, energy that's around here, and also the 10 of coins and the 10 of staves, the 10 of wands. So, lot of energy, a lot of abundance feeling coming in our life too next year. I mean, this can feel like a lot of yeah, you're like, please let her have romance. And the this can be like a lot of burden, but I feel like because of these two commit together, this is like harvest and abundance that's coming in, a lot of energy. So I like that for her for sure. And I feel like she's moving from like being a hermit where she's just kind of been on an inner search and doing a lot of inner, journeying, that she's heading off to be more this emperor. I feel like this is the year where she really comes out of her shell, comes out of her reclusiveness to take real control of her life like an emperor does and moves forward. The 4, of course, is a very stable number, so I feel like she really just, comes out of her shell and just because that's very fiery Aries energy, it's like this rebirth. Like, she's like, "Okay, I've been in the slums, not slums, but down in the dumps and in this inner search on the inside and just, like being a hermit, and it's like, it's time." She's being drawn out, of this next year. So I like that for her. Very fun. How fun. All right. Let's see if there's anything else for her. Anything else for Mama? Yep. Again, stable energy. That 4, 9 of Pentacles, the Hermit's journey, but the Hermit's journey really gave her some confidence about herself as well through that. So that is what they have for Mama. So many blessings. I like that. All right. Of course, they have to be approved by you and go through the committee first, right? All right. So thank you again for your donation. All right, Shamika. So do you see Christopher wanting to live together? Ooh, let's find out. Again, thank you for your second donation. I'm excited. Maybe that is what this is about. Let's see here. So, all right. Oh, wow. Okay, I like this for you. So bear with the story here, because I like where it leads. It's uh, I feel like he will, but it's going to take time. The hanging ghost is there's stuff that's unfolding in their life. So just give them the space for that, because they do have the King of Wands, which is about them really taking control of things in their life and focusing. It's kind of the entrepreneur card, but I feel like there's things that they're stepping up and making sure they're getting completed, and I feel like that has to happen first, because we've got the Ace of Cups, along with the Page of Coins, which I feel like there's this opportunity that's opening up in their life that they just need to get their head around. It's something that's bringing in them joy, and they're balancing things out. The Justice card also is about balancing, and they're um, clearing things out. They're getting things straight in their life to prepare for something along those lines. And like I said, the beautiful end of the story is because you have the Two of Cups and the Lovers card. So the Two of Cups is like the Lovers card, just in the suit of emotion instead of being this. So it's like, okay, there's no doubt that it's going to happen. It's just allow it to be their idea and allow it to unfold, and because they're getting things together, but they need to get things together in their head, in their energy, in their life, because they want to get this stuff squared away first. But I like it for you. I do see that it is coming. It's just a matter of allowing it to unfold in its perfect timing. It's like taking bread out of the oven too early. Yeah, it is all doughy in the middle, and it's gross and disgusting, and it looked good on the outside, but it wasn't ready yet. And so just let it unfold. But I definitely see that coming in the future. So I like it. All right. So Shamika, thank you again for your second donation. All right. So I think we are good. Um, yep. So those were the last of the donations. So we'll continue moving down the free list, which we will go to the very top. In LA, I know you're like, that was like a half hour ago. But thank you for your patience. So you want to know, you have a general friendship reading. Absolutely. Let's take a look here and see, what does Spirit wants you to know about friendship. So let's see here. Right. Let's see what we got here. So you got like five cards that popped up. You actually have five and four, which I was like, wow, okay, but they do want them all. And you have like these two here. You have the King of Swords and the King of Coins. So it's like there are individuals, and I feel like it really stood out to me that these are two separate people. Someone who's really into their mind, like a brainiac engineer type of, like, okay, geeky, which is all right. I'm a air sign. I can be geeky sometimes. And then the King of Coins, which is someone more grounded, more earthy, and a little more in the um, possessions and outside world type of things. And there's like this energy that you have, and it's almost like they're trying to make you choose in between two people with the Two of Wands. It's like, either invest in that or that, but I can't do both because they're so different. Or maybe it's two, friends they don't get along and they're making you choose. It just feels like for some reason there's a choice you have to make, either, location wise or time wise or personality wise, something like that. And it feels like it's been kind of unfolding for a little bit with the hanging ghost there, the hangman, that you've been looking at things from a higher perspective, and it's been kind of cooking for a while. Um, but I feel like a choice is coming up that you have to make. And there's, with the moon card, it's trust your intuition, trust your gut, go with your gut, because there's hidden stuff. You don't have the whole full story between, like this pull between two people, because they're not being totally, sharing. So it's like, trust your gut on what you want to do and where you want to go with that. Um, because The other set here is interesting because you have the Six of Cups, which is, um, I feel like this is someone from your past. So I'm not sure if it's one of those two that are from your past, but whichever one is from the past, I just they want you to know that there's this romance that's coming from something from the past. So it's whoever you've known from the past, because you have the King of Cups, which is romance and all of that. So maybe this is a number three, like you've got three individuals, maybe, but you have the Ace of Swords, new communication coming in. So I feel like with this little stuff that's going on, I do feel like this is a third thing that's going on, that you have someone from your past that you might have had a romantic relationship with, is new communication coming in, and it's someone who is very balanced between heart and mind. And I feel like this is just going to throw this other situation in a different direction. Like it's I feel like it's like an old flame that comes back that just takes you, away from this other decision that has to be made. But so I kind of feel like that one is the friendship one you wanted to know about and kind of look at, but they're like, you may not need to worry about all of this decision making, because you do have this other thing that's coming as well. But so that's an interesting friendship reading for you, LA, and hopefully that resonated. But that's what was coming through in those cards. So many blessings for you. All right. Let me just put these cards back away here and take a quick sip. And thank you guys for all the thumbs up you've given the video too. It's definitely helps spread the Zen love. All right. So I am on next here. Moving down the free readings, we are at Himalayas. And then next will be Project Skyfalls and Random, 30 XYZ, just so if you guys kind of know where you're at. So, any messages from your person, Himalayas? Let's take a look here, see what they have to say. All right. Any messages from your person? Okay. All right. Well, it feels like they're in a kind of at a crossroads in their life where they're kind of paused and they're reviewing some old spilt cups here, which is showing like they're, some disappointments they had in life. And um, so they're kind of just like reviewing, and especially with these other cards too, they're just kind of doing like this backward glance at their life, because the Two of Cups is their, relationship, which they'll eventually turn around and start moving forward on. But I feel like they're looking backwards, especially with this Six of Cups here, which is the nostalgia card. They're looking back at some old past memories and doing some huge reflection. I mean, they've got the Five of Cups, the Six of Cups, and then the Seven of Cups. So definitely looking at emotions and reflecting on things back in their life. And maybe I don't know if it's this time of year, maybe they had family members or something that had passed, or I just feel like this time of year they're just really looking back at life. Something has spawned them to really to uh go like, this is my emotional life in review type of thing going on. Because they're at the Seven of Coins is, they are going through this, watching things grow, um, and because the seven of it goes two ways, and this is what and I'm just they're showing me, the tree growing and the branches and the leaves and then the blossoms and then the fruit, and the fruit is starting to grow, and that's what's having them look back and reflect, because I feel like they've been at this point before in their life, and now they're looking back and just making sure before they make a decision, they're just kind of going, okay, I've done this before. Is this really what I want? And so they're reflecting back on things. Um, so I feel like it's like a big decision point in their life, and they're just wanting to make sure they're not rushing, that they're ready for this next fruitful unfolding of things. So that's what I kind of feel like that they're wanting you to know, that that's what a delay is, or that's what's going on inside of them. And I don't feel like it's almost like, don't take it personally. It's just, I need to do this for me. And then once I decide, it's the decision is made, but it's they're making like a really investigative, you know, uh, journey in their emotions around whatever this fork in the road is. So that's what they have for you, Himalaya. So hopefully it resonated, but many blessings to you. All right. Continue moving down the list here. All right. And Skyfalls, you are up next. So you'd like a general read, and I do want to pull here from the Cosmic Journey Oracle for you. Let's see what we got here. There we go. Oh, nice. I like it. Got master number 22, which is say yes to your open door. So a door is opening, and if you're wondering, should I do it? Should I go? They're like, yes. Because it says, by saying yes, you allow the flow of life. And even better, saying yes is more fun than regretting what you've missed out on. So, what could unfold if you met life with a positive and resounding yes each time you were given the invitation to move forward? Life wants to meet you, but as we're in a free will dimension, you must take action first. So, find the yes in the situation that you are facing with now. Your yes signals to the universe to continue opening more doors to what's next for you. Yes to life. Yes to love. Yes to your greatest destiny perfectly unfolding. I like it. The cosmic catalyst question is, what is my next open door awaiting my yes? And the cosmic checkbox, if which is a something you can do if it resonates, says write capital Y, capital E, capital S, 11 days forward in your journal or your calendar. And on that day, say yes to every invitation that comes your way, especially if it's something you would normally say no to. So I like that. So you don't doesn't have to be like the next 11 days in a row, just like randomly choose 11 days. I like that. So if you were whatever general question, if you had a like a something on your mind, it's like, yes, do it, do it, do it. So I like it. All right. And that's what they have for you, Skyfalls. So many blessings to you. Hope that was worth the wait. Thank you for your patience as we went down the list there. All right. So next up is random 30 XYZ. And will you ever have children of your own? And if so, how many and when? And if not, why not? All right, let's take a look here. See what spirit has for you here, random. And tell me more about this here. Nope. All right. So, will you ever have children? I feel like it's a yes. The Seven of Pentacles is about, what's the last thing that grows on a fruit tree? It's the fruit. And so it's patience, it's timing, things will unfold. And being fruitful, is like what they kind of call pregnancy, right? And having bearing fruit. So I feel like it will. And it's just a matter of it's just going to be some time. Some things are unfolding. And I go, well, how many? And they were like, they reminded me of there's an old TV show, Eight is Enough, where they had eight children, and you're like, oh my God, what? But this is about leaving behind old emotions that no longer serve you. So they were like, that's not how many children, unless you want eight. But this is about leaving behind emotions that don't serve you. That's what is happening. That's what um, is like happening, why the delay, it's like, well, why is it taking long? It's like because they're wanting you to look into your emotions and let go of emotions that no longer serve you, because you have the justice card coming in here too with the five of coins, which has to do with these feelings of worth that are below the surface, and letting go. The justice card is balancing things out, and cutting away those old thoughts and beliefs that no longer serve you. And that's has to do with the Eight of Cups and all of that. It's just working out old emotional things that I feel like are an energetic block. It's like your body is like, I want to let this stuff go first before love comes in, and allows love deep inside to allow, you know, um, to create the um, energetic vibration for pregnancy and birthing and all of that. So I feel like that's what they're mainly wanting to do there, because you do have the Knight of Coins again, another. It's gonna take time for things to unfold, but it does. And then because the Eight of Pentacles is like you've done the inner work, and then there's movement in the outside world. There is, you move up and have the harvest, the abundance that comes. So this is telling me again, another, just it's going to take time, things will unfold. um and then you do have the Knight of Cups, so emotions move and abundance comes in. The Ten of Coins is, the Ten of Pentacles usually shows a grandfather and a man and a woman and children and abundance that comes. So they're just saying that it will move and things will happen. It's just while you're waiting, while things are waiting to unfold, you work on your self-love. You work on, letting go of those emotions that no longer serve you. You just work on raising your vibration of self-love, and then that just is what gets things moving faster. And that Knight of Cups is that emotional movement that things start to unfold. So I like it for you, random. So definitely so. Just taking some time is all that it is, right? Yay! We like those. All right. But that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you, random. Right, Daisy? You'll be the next free reading coming up here. All right. And if you're new coming in, I'll give a no, I normally mention at the top of the hour, but I've been doing so many readings, I totally slipped my mind. So I'll mention it now because I see that it's a very long list. I am usually on for 2.5 hours, so I'll be on for about another 45 minutes. And I do go down in order for the free readings. And then if a donation is made, I do step out and complete those and then step back in and continue going down the list. So I should be able to get through a few more here in the next 45 minutes. But if you want to make sure I get to yours, then a donation does ensure that. So I will make sure I complete all of those during this session. All right. So, Daisy, will you meet a new love interest this month? Like in the next 11 days? Ooh, let's take a look here. One that's actually intriguing. Okay, let's take a look here. Well, okay. Let's take a look here. Well, you know, I mean, looks like the chances are pretty good because you've got the Page of Cups, which is new love. You got the Seven of Staves, the Seven of Wands, which is like someone who like stands for themselves and doesn't worry that people attack them for them being themselves. So that is intriguing, right? But I feel like especially with the Wheel of Fortune, that's an endings and a beginnings and things turning towards you. So I feel like you meet someone that is intriguing that eventually will happen. So like that was your question, will you meet a new love interest that's intriguing? I feel like you will because you do have the 3 of Cups here, which is joy, joy and celebration, and the Chariot, victory, victory and movement too. So I was like, okay, well, all of this is pointing to yes, maybe it'll be like New Year's Eve, but it will be by the end of this month. And you have the 3 of Coins, which definitely is this message of um, staying true to the authentic you. And I feel like that's them too, that you are stay true to you and they stay true to you because if you're intriguing, then they're intriguing, right? So I feel like you just being you and not worrying about pleasing other people. And that allows a wonderful meeting. But maybe it is New Year's Eve. You never know. Are you going to a party? We shall see. But I like it for you. All signs point to yes. So can't wait to hear that story. All right. So Suparna Das, you will be the next free reading that's up. And you'd like a general reading. And I do. I want to pull here. I'm feeling drawn to an angel guide oracle for you. All right. Another yes. We have a lot of yeses tonight. So you've got a yes card. So if you were wondering about something, whether you should or not, yes is your answer. Let's see what else they say here. I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? It says yes, yes, yes. The answer is yes. Proceed, go forth, achieve, enjoy. Don't hold back. The time is now. Rise up, fly high, light up, express yourself, experience, share. This card is a huge thumbs up. If you're making a decision, the answer is absolutely yes. Go for it. This is a time for positivity, celebration, and progress. Angels are encouraging you to let in the light and enjoy it. All of your hard work is paying off. Any endeavors, projects, and opportunities before you now are getting the green light. If you've been holding off for the right time, the time is now, and you are being encouraged to take the next step. You're good to go. If you're feeling scared or worried, that's okay. Invite in help. Angels are there to guide you, and they want to be part of your success. So relax and experience the joy that is unfolding for you now. I like it, right? We're all like, oh, we all want that card. So that's what they have for you, Suparna Das. So go for it. Yes, yes, move forward. I like it. All right. So, Fiona, you will be the next free reading coming up. And you'd also like a general. And good evening, y'all. Y'all. Sounds like me with the time I spent in Texas. My y'alls come sneaking out too. So, what would they like you to know right now, Fiona? No, I like it. It is a time here for you. It almost feels like that yes reading that that card I just read, because the King of Wands is about you taking control of your life and your energy and the movement forward. It's like very entrepreneur energy. They are able to achieve things and move forward, and I like that for you because I you also got the Three of Wands, which is about taking a new direction. It's like you have this opportunity to do things differently and head off with new information, um, new awareness, new passion that you have. And it's, yes, go in that direction because it does end up being very beneficial here. You have the Knight of Coins, which is, about outside abundance. And it does take a little bit of time. So I mean, you do make the decision and make this movement, and just know that it does unfold. It takes a little bit of time for things to unfold with the Knight, but it definitely does end up turning out well for you because you have the Nine of Coins, and this is you finding it within yourself. Like, you don't need other people um, to make your success. You make it yourself, and you make it. When it hits, you suddenly make a lot of quick progress because you have the Knight of Wands, which is fast movement too. So it's like you make a decision to make this move and to change things, and you're really taking things into your hands. And that, like, the Knight of Wands could be if you are wanting to start a side business or start your own business. It's like you decide you're going to do that and you start making plans and start getting things in order, and it takes a little bit of time, but then bam, it's like whoosh, it just unfolds and it moves fast and it's successful for you. So I like that for you, Fiona. So that's your general reading. And if that's relationship or something else besides being an entrepreneur, you can just apply all that to that as well. But I just felt like strong starting your own business energy. So that's what they have. All right. So we'll continue moving down the list here. All right. Yeah, Manzu. No, we haven't gotten that far down yet. Um, I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think you're close here. We've got a quite a long list this evening. So, um, as I mentioned a little bit ago, if you want to make sure that I get to your reading in this session, a donation does prioritize it. But until then, otherwise, I keep going down in order down the list. So, and then Alex, I think you had asked your a future love reading, but you asked, I think it might be the same Alex, but you asked what are ours feelings for you. So let's take a look here. We'll answer that here. All right. So you have the Three of Cups. So there is joy that's there. So there's happiness and joy. And then you have the Eight of Wands, which is a lot of passion, a lot of energy too. Um, but there's also some nightmares. No, it's called a nightmare insomnia card. There's fears as well. So there's like this passion, this joy, but they also have these thoughts that are really just bouncing around. Small teach roofs, which are fears of losing, you know, conditional love. And I feel like that their feelings scare them a little bit because of past hurts and past pains, right? So they have this there, and they're like, "Yeah, but, the last few times I've acted on all this, I get myself in trouble or I get hurt." And I feel like that's why they're just kind of you might see double-mindedness. You're like, "Well, I think they're happy and they like being around me, and I think they think I'm, kinda hot, or that they have this attraction to me, but why aren't they doing anything, or what is going on?" It's like they're in their head. Well, that's why. So that's what's going on with that, Alex. So that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you, Alex. All right. So David Doolittle, you're the next free reading that's coming up here. And good evening. I am well. I hope you are well. So you're in Aries, fiery Aries, in love with a Sagittarius, fiery Sagittarius. So what does Spirit say for you to be aware of? And is this love true? Don't combust. That's what they say first. Let's take a look here. Okay. What to be aware of, and is this love true? Okay. Okay, just get clarification real quick here. All right. So the thing to be aware of, just that you have, thoughts, beliefs, and mindsets around relationships that kind of are being rattled and are being brought to your attention, right? So fears of losing love, fears around what a relationship should be, supposed to be, need to be, have to be, etc. And because also when I asked, if the love is true, there is love there, new love, but there's this eight of swords, which is again the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that are holding you back, blinding you, or making you feel blinded and bound and trapped, that you're maybe not, feeling like you can totally release and move into this new love and, true love feel around it, because those are those thoughts and those beliefs. And that's what's being shaken up in your life, because you're the King of Swords too, which is a great card to have with all that, because it means you are in your mind, you are using this Ace of Swords to connect higher, and that's what helps you, move through this, because that's what the Shadow card comes up for, is to bring all this stuff to you so that you can take, step into that and cut away those thoughts and those beliefs as you really look at them. Because you do have the Empress and the Queen of Wands, new birth, nurturing, passion, sensuality, with the Empress, and the Queen of Wands is passion and energy, that comes in with that too. And so I feel like there is this that passion is there, with all of these three cards. It's just that mind stuff, right? That pops in with it all. So it's just looking into, Spirit just wants you to be aware of that you are in the middle of this. uh, you can't get away from it. These thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets, they keep on showing up either within your relationship, or you're seeing it, or you're seeing it reflected in other people's relationships of friends or family or something too. So it's just looking at it going, okay, what are these old fears that I have of losing love? And so that's what they are wanting you to kind of glance at and take a look at. So that's what they have for you, David. Do little, do a lot. That's what the messages they have. So many blessings to you. All right, Jay hello, hello to you. And we'll take a look here. All right. So you feel so much energy. It's like you're being watched. Shed some light on this. I understand that feels like. Yeah, I never feel like I'm alone. Uh, so let's take a look here. What does spirit want you to know here about this energy? Like you're being watched. What is going on here? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you do. I mean, you have the Ace of Wands, the energy definitely. It's like the magician energy. You have this. I feel like you're with the 10 of coins. I feel like you are moving to a new level of your energy. And with that coming in here, because especially you have the strength card, which is your higher self really having this beautiful, beautiful relationship with your human self, and the Empress card, which is new birth coming in here too. So all of these combined, and the Six of Pentacles, the Six of Coins, is this giving and receiving that's coming in here. So when you feel like you're being watched in this energy, I feel like you're just becoming more and more aware of your spiritual team around you, your spirit guides, and your higher self, and that you're just, it's like your gifts are being supercharged and taken to a new level. Like if you ever feel like you're getting like, what do they call them, downloads, like you're like something is changing, something is expanding, and you're just becoming more and more aware of their presence. It's like your higher self, more of your higher self is pouring into your human, and it's allowing you to be more aware of things that are going on around you spiritually. So I really like that for you. Let's see if there's anything else here. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. It's like the Empress. So new birth, new things are unfolding. Um, Also, if your mom, or if you have a strong feminine presence in the other on the other side, that's them, that are making themselves known to you as well, especially with both the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles. Both of those are like Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, Mother, Mother, Mother. So that's coming through on that for you as well. So that is what they have for you, Jalen. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. Thanks for being here. All right. So let's keep going down the list. And Sio Shanta, you are up next. And what can spirit tell you about your mediumship abilities? I saw that, and I have a mediumship training deck which I use for like spiritual mediumship, when people are asking for their specific gifts and stuff. And I saw that, and I grabbed it, and I had pre-shuffled while before I went live. And the card that came flying out for you is called Animal Kingdom. And I'll let you see this, and I'll read it to you too, in case you want to. Let me see. Okay, there it goes. Whoop, there it goes. And it says, animals of all types are extraordinary creatures and miraculous gifts to us, as they've been our spiritual companions since the dawn of time. And whether they have feathers or fur, two legs or four, they also have souls, and people take comfort in knowing their beloved pets exist in the spirit world. Many people reach out to a medium with the hope of connecting to their loved ones, but equally, there are people who also want to know, do animals go to the other side? Will my beloved pet be there waiting for me? Animals are just like us in that they're a soul that temporarily inhabits a body. As a medium, you have the ability to sense, feel, and even hear these wonderful creatures that have passed on. All it takes is a little education and training for you to open your awareness to them. So, to become more aware of people's pets on the other side, start by studying the different types of animals that make up the animal kingdom. Become aware of all the animals you see throughout your day. Notice their shape, their size, the color, the breed, and personality. Hold their image in your mind for a moment. Be open to all animals, as there are pets of all kinds, not just dogs and cats. By educating yourself and being more aware of different animals, you're actual adding that knowledge to your unlimited psychic database. So I feel like you will work with animals with your mediumship abilities. Like you'll be like, what is this about? Um, and and connect with people's pets and animals who have passed. So I really like that. I mean, because I saw it and then I shuffled and it came flying out, and I'm like, okay, this was for you. So that is for you, Sia Shanta. So enjoy that. I love it. All right, many blessings to you. All right, so Alexis, you are the next free reading that's coming up. And should you leave La Quinton alone for good? All right. Let's take a look here, see what Spirit would like you to know. All right. Should you leave La Quinton alone for good, Alexis? All right. Yeah, with the card that came out, I mean, this was the first card, the Page of Coins, which is new opportunities in the outside world. So I feel like it's like, yeah, move on to new. Because then I kept shuffling to see, okay, well, any clarification around that. And they gave the Six of Cups. Let me see. Yeah, the Six of Cups here, which is about memories. And I was like, oh, you always will have the memories. And then they're like, yeah, the memories of conflict, like verbal conflict, and the memories of uh, emotional confusion with the relationship and the interactions with them. I'm like, oh, okay. So they're like, you always have those, and then so that's like them saying, just remember, like what there was good times, but just realize this, and that it's just best to move forward and move into new opportunities and that are coming for you in the future. So that's what they have for you, Alexis. So many blessings to you. All right. So we took care of sweetness and luck. You're ready with those donations. And I think Dollface Diva, you are up next. There it is. So, will you and Eric fix things this week? Okay, let's find out here. Okay. I know, I know. So you got the Tower card, which is about things moving out of our lives on purpose for a purpose. And the Seven of Pentacles, with that combined, is when we realize it's time to make a different decision, move in a different direction, because the fruit is not unfolding as well. And the Wheel of Fortune, it's time for things to end and move forward and go in a different direction. So I would say with that diva that's no, yeah. And you have the Nine of Swords, which is insomnia, nightmares, facing fears. It's like it's time to um, you've invested enough. You're almost to the point of exhaustion with as much mental activity and that you put into it. So I really feel like with those, yeah. And they gave you the Hermit card. Whoops, the Hermit card with which is about turning inward and going on your journey. It's more beneficial for you to go at it alone, is what this is saying too. So that's what they're saying. So that's what they have for you, Diva. So I'd be like, you know what? You've invested so much energy, I feel, in it that it's like, yeah, we sometimes that keeps us in something too, right? Like, I've been investing so much energy, but they're like, yeah, but it's like at some point you got to sell the car or trade it in when you're investing so much in repairing it. It's not worth it anymore. I don't know why they're giving me that example, but that's what they have there for you, divas. So hang in there. I'm sending you many much blessings and love. All right. So Sherry, hello. All right. I think we are down to Joy. You are welcome to see you, Shanta. Right. I'm gonna only be on for about 15 more minutes. So I'd like to let everyone know if you want to make sure I do get to your reading, and I haven't gotten to it yet in this session, then if you make a donation, I do prioritize it and I do make sure I complete it in this session. Otherwise, if I don't get down, because the list is quite long, um, I do have a ton of free content on my main page. If you click on my Brothers and Mystic Tarot name, it'll take you to the main page, and there's a lot of playlists. I put a lot of free content, recorded readings, pick a cards, weekly energy updates. I got the solstice out there. Um, just a bunch of different readings. And if you just follow your heart, spirit will lead you to the reading, if you're needing a message tonight. Especially like we have a super new moon coming up here this Friday. So if you check out the weekly energy updates, that has information in there. I also am here every night of the week. So I will be back tomorrow night, and then also Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Mountain. I do offer personal readings. All that information you can, how to book a reading with me, is in the description box of the video down below. I think that's everything. I also have a giveaway playlist at the very top of my playlists that have how you can enter to win a free 30-minute personal recorded reading each week. So that has been your public service announcement. So just letting you know. All right, Joy, you'd like a general reading. So what should you do? All right, so let's take a look here. So Spirit, what should Joy do? I laugh because you got this joy and celebration card. Be yourself, Joy. That's what they're saying. But I see here there might be some emotional confusion that's going on right now. Just some things in your life that are just, it feels like a whirlwind, that's happening. But you do have the Four of Wands, which is again another joy and celebration card. So you got this joy, joy, joy happening here. But the stability comes in your energy. And I feel like what they're saying for you here with the Queen of Swords is like whatever is creating this emotional confusion, it's a fear of some kind, because that's what takes our mind and our emotions into confusion. The Queen of Swords balances heart and mind, but she connects more here to the higher realms, which with that joy and celebration, it's like focusing on those um, beliefs that are rooted in unconditional love, connecting to the higher realms, focusing on what you're grateful for, what you do want in your life, focusing on unconditional love and joy and peace and celebration switches and with that power of emotional choice, it does take you into this place that transforms the energy, transforms the emotions, and it brings us out of that fear where we get the clarity that comes back. So I kind of feel like what should we do in whatever situation is going on that you're looking for advice from is try to focus on what you're grateful for in this moment, even if it's not grateful about what's going on in the moment. Focus on what you are grateful for. So if the situation has to do with relationship, it's like, let me focus on what I do have that's steady and stable in my life. I want to grow that, not grow my fears, not grow what I feel I'm missing, not grow what I don't want in my life. I'm transforming my energy and focusing on what I do want. So be yourself, be joy, joy, joy. So that will help at least bring you out of fear into a place of stability for yourself where you can make clear decisions. Because when we're in fear, our mind is not in a place and our emotions aren't in a place to make decisions. So you don't want to make decisions when you're that. But returning back to joy and gratitude and thankfulness allows us to see things clearly and then make decisions that are more in alignment with our highest experience instead. So that's what they have for you, Joy. So many blessings to you. All right. So continue moving down the list. And whoops. So we are to Zarissa Goal. And you want to know Darvash's Sultan's current feelings for you. All right. Let's take a look here. All right. So Zarissa Goal. Sultan's current feelings. Okay. All right. Well, he is kind of mysterious, isn't he? The moon card is really showing like hidden things, hidden feelings that there's a lot going on underneath the surface with this sultan. And the 4 of cups does show like stable emotions, and I kind of feel like, you know, there's all this stuff that's going on below the surface, and so when you look at them, you're like, I can't tell if they really how they feel about me because they're so stable and kind of on the outside, but there's a lot going on underneath the surface that they want you to know about. Yeah, again, very stable energy, very stable individual. So they kind of just seem very stable. That's what I keep on hearing. But there's a lot of brightness, a lot of joy, a lot of sunshiny in there. Um, but there's this death and rebirth that's going on too. And I kind of feel like that's what's going on below the surface. They have this joy, they have these wonderful feelings, but they also uh, this fear fear of things ending, and I'm not sure what I kind of feel they had some pretty significant, yeah, they had some significant endings in the past with the romance and stuff, and that's why they are trying not to get overly excited about stuff. They just have a lot of pain of things ending in the past that they're like, this is great, but things that were great before and things ended. And so they're kind of hesitant in moving forward in their feelings. And that's why they keep everything like that moon card below the surface and hidden because they just feel like they have to be strong and like I said, all that stuff that was going on. So they appear stable on the outside, but they got stuff that's bubbling down underneath there. So I know, what are you going to do with that, right? But that's what they want you to know right now. There's nothing you can do. They have to figure that stuff out. If you don't want to wait, you don't have to. But it's you know, at least you know it's down bubbling in there, even though it may be a while before they move on that any of that at all. So that's what they have, Zarissa. So hang in there. Many blessings to you. All right. And I lost my place. There I am. So MB, hello. So how's your future spouse going to treat you? And how are you going to be your compatibility with him? All right, let's take a look here. Get a little sneak peek. All right, I like that. You got the 6 of Wands coming in. So you got the 6 of Staves, the 6 of Wands, which is about recognition and joy and victory. So, like, how they're going to treat you, they're going to recognize you for who you are and what you do. So you're not like behind the scenes. They are proud of you. They let you know that you're seen by them, which is good, right? It's not like you're a possession or a trophy or anything like that. They want you to be with them. That 6 is this wonderful, passionate energy too with that. Um, your compatibility I see here is really looking at your fears is an important piece of the compatibility you have with them. Because the 3 of coins represents like you being true to your authentic self and allowing them to be their authentic selves. But you have these fears, the supposed tos, the shoulds, the need tos, the have tos around relationships that while you're waiting for things to unfold, work on what are these fears? What are these things that are these beliefs and mindsets that you've had that can be cut away and let go because that will allow things to flow more between you. Because otherwise, if you're in fear of, not living up to this and that, and you have these beliefs of what they should be doing, it feels more caged and it feels so much pressure and fear rather than being able to express yourselves and be appreciative of who they are and appreciative of who you are yourself as well. So that's what they have for you right now. Yeah, because it can be wish fulfillment. It can truly be this beautiful, beautiful thing when we let go of so many of the mind, the opinions of the outside world and everything we grew up with. It can feel like a dream come true. So I like that. All right. Continue moving down the list here. So the next free reading is for Latoya Bryant. You want to know, hello, what's to know what your ancestors want you to know? And I do want to pull from the angel guide because that they're all part of that whole posse. Your ancestors, your loved ones on the other side, your spirit guides, your angels and guardian angels. They're all your posse of support. So, what would they like you to know? All right. That is the one. You've got angelic protection. I thought was projection. So you are protected. I like this. Let's see here. It says a brilliant light of protection is around you at this time. Angels are guiding and guarding you and want you to know that you are safe. Whether you're feeling worried about physical, emotional, or spiritual harm or not, this card is confirming that you have spiritual protection. Your angel guide is supporting you and leading you toward positive experiences and outcomes. If you have decisions to make or opportunities to take and you're unsure what to do, know that this card is bringing you comfort and support. The angels who are with you only need a prayer from you in order to swoop in and guide you. You are protected. The worst is now behind you, and you're ready to move beyond the challenges that you've been facing. The past has gone, and your angel guide is encouraging you to let it go. If traumatic or painful memories have revisited you recently, know that they are opportunities to recognize how far you have come and acknowledge how much healing has taken place in your life. When you have reflected on these shifts, leave the past behind and move forward. The present is only a gift if you're able to receive it. And if you're facing the unknown at this time, know that your angel guide will show you the next steps and you will be surrounded by a spiritual force field that will protect you on all levels as you move forward. Boom. I like that message from your ancestors. You are protected. I like it. All right. So, right, you're ready. So, I don't see any other donations. The last free reading for this evening session is going to be Queen Bee. So, while I complete her reading, if you do want me to make sure I complete your reading in this session, then all it takes is a donation, and I will bring it right to the top and I will complete them before I leave. And otherwise, if this is it for the night for you, then if you needed a reading, like I mentioned, if you go and check out the my playlist, there's tons of free content there, and just follow your heart and see what messages come through there. So again, I thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up that you've given the video to. It does help the channel grow and it helps spread the Zen love to the world. So thank you for being a part of that big love tsunami. I really, really appreciate it so much. All right. So Queen Bee. I'm so sorry. You feel so sad. Oh, is your dream to become Miss World and Doctor? Both of these dreams could not be fulfilled. What does Spirit have to say about this? Okay, I'm so sorry you feel useless. Let's take a look and see what Spirit would like you to know. So let's take a look here. So you have the Five of Coins, and the Five of Coins represents it's like the Five of Pentacles in the regular tarot, but the Five of Coins is this transformation, this change where we move from feeling abandoned, feeling left out in the cold or left behind. And the card normally shows someone that is out in the snow and they're barefoot and they're wounded and they rugged clothes and they feel like they were left behind by humanity. People out in the human world that didn't like they feel like they're not giving them what they need. But the transformation that happens is when we realize that it's not humankind that brings us what we need in each moment, but it's the creator, it is source, it is, whatever you believe that higher power is, that they always bring us what we need in each moment. And um you know it is, we may not get like all everything we want in each moment or all future needs in this moment, but we always have what we need in this moment, and their love for us is unconditional, it's eternal. And so when we look at that, and we realize that we can never lose it, that love, they'll never pull away their support from us, then we can sit in that knowing and trust that every moment we have what we need right here, right now. It can come through humans, but if it's delivered through humans, they're the shipping company. But it comes from the creator and from source. And you also got here, so you've got the six of wands here, which is about recognition and being seen and having victory. You also have the star card here, which is wish fulfillment, and you have the chariot card here, which is about movement, victory, and success, as well as our power of choice. So, with this would be like dreams coming true. And so when you're like you have a dream to become Miss World, to become a doctor, and you're saying that these dreams cannot be fulfilled. Um, yeah, I feel like with that first card being the Five of Pentacles, that it's like looking at what do you truly need in each moment, and the dreams that you have, why did you want those dreams? What does it mean for you? Does it like what's at the core of it? Is it the recognition? Because the recognition card here with the Six of Wands is about being seen. And what was the root of it? Because of course, when we have our dreams and we have the things that our human side wants, Spirit always brings us what is perfect for us and what we need, right? And sometimes, um, I would say sometimes, a lot of times, our human desires are not for our highest good. They're reinforcing fears that we have of being rejected, not being enough, and fears about our worth. But that Five of Pentacles too is a transformation of our worth, understanding who we are. So, really this disappointment that you're feeling, this uselessness that you're feeling, really look at that core of that, because when we feel like we're useless, it has to do with the fear, right? When we realize that in the eyes of the creator of all things, the mother and father of all things, we're perfect in their from their viewpoint. We're powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit beings. And so we are priceless. We're not useless or worthless. We are powerful and eternal. And so understanding and getting to the root of what do I want in my life and why can really open up things. And when you really get into your heart and you look at your passion, how do I uniquely want to share unconditional love with the world? That you're getting into your soul purpose rather than maybe a human ego purpose, right? And so there's this clarification that comes, and you are definitely not useless. You're down here on purpose for a purpose. And this is maybe a rechange. If you cannot become Miss World, if you cannot become a doctor, what how would you uniquely want to share your unconditional love with the world? And I feel like this is going to be a life-changing moment for you to really see what it is, who you truly want to be, Queen Bee. So we'll see. We'll see what unfolds here for you. But start there. Start looking into your high heart. How do you uniquely want to share unconditional love with the world? So that's what they have for you. So hang in there, sending you much love and many blessings. All right, everybody. I do not see any other donations, so that will be the final reading for this evening. Again, thank you so much for being here, and I'm so sorry I wasn't able to get down super, super, super far on this long, long list, and I wish I could stay on for hours and hours and hours, but 2.5 hours is about it before I start frying my human brain. So balance is key. So I will be here tomorrow, though. And again, if you need an answer right now, please check out my playlists. There's a ton of free content. Follow your heart, spirit will guide you there. Check out the giveaway playlist for the weekly giveaway to see how to sign up for that. And just know as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and father of all things. And of course, I love you too. So thanks for all the love, all the support, all the thumbs up, all the donations tonight. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate all your love and support. And until I see you again, you hang in there. Have a great night or a great day wherever you're out in the world, and we'll see you soon. You take care.